Hey everyone, it's Imran. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday basically. Web Squadron. Hope you're all okay. My room is still work in progress. That's why I've put that sign up there because you will notice there's like a white panel down there. I'm building out a structure, which I'm not going to properly reveal properly until it's fully complete. I think it's going to take still a couple of days. But that is going to become black, by the way. So hopefully it will be masked a little bit behind what we have here, give or take, here or there. Yeah, I'm still sorting out the layout of this room. I'm still sorting out the layout. One thing I have noticed though, which is a little bit strange, I'm not sure if I really want it to look like this, is the Mandalorian helmet is almost hidden by my microphone. I've just realised. I'm gonna have to do something about that, aren't I? If anyone can hear this really loud grating noise. Hey Akram, how are you? Hope you're alright, mate. So I've got to just try and sort out how do I sit in the room so that I'm not completely hiding my Mandalorian helmet, which is about something like that. It's not very visible, is it? Because of the lighting of the room. Hey George, hey B Informatica, hey D from Florida. How are you doing? What's the weather like in Florida right now? Windy, I'm guessing, or something like that. Bit of light. I'm trying to work out where all the light reflections are. So, no, it's not that one. It's not that one. I think it's... No, it's not that one either. Which one is it then? I'm getting a light reflection over there. Where's the light reflection coming from? There you go. It was my inbox. Sorry everyone. I was just trying to work out my light reflection then. I had a bit of my email on the window was creating a reflection off my glasses, so I was just trying to get that to kind of look all right. But yeah, the room is... I'm changing the layout of the studio again. I'm doing this late at night. Late at night. By the way, 23 degrees in Kansas right now. After my son went to bed at and I knew he was definitely asleep, I crept back down at 9:15. And for about 3 hours, I was constructing and drilling and stuff and trying to be as quiet as possible. So late night work, because obviously in the daytime, I got to get on with things. Hey, Ishan, how you doing? Hey, Tice. Hey, Maddie. Hope you're all okay. So like I said, the office layout is slowly... we're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there with the office layout. I'm not sure how it looks to all of you, but bit by bit, we're going to be improving it. Hey, Andrew, hope you're okay. I've just done a video using the loop gridders again on post carousel with no extra plugin. Hopefully that comes out tomorrow. I'm 2 days behind schedule on other stuff I wanted to get done, and I need to I need to get back to a client with a bit more details about how we're going to handle their request. Hey Gene, how you doing? Do you know something? I've been having a bit of a tit for tat with someone who's commented on one of our YouTube videos. So where I've used Presto Player, in fact I can show you what I'm talking about. So I've said if you have YouTube on a WordPress website using Presto Player, which is free, hey Peter, you can remove the YouTube branding. Unfortunately, there is someone who just won't have it. They don't believe me. They keep saying it does not remove the branding. And I've now gone to the point where I have now created a page for them. And I've told them, go and look at this page. Let me show you here, right? So here is a page on Elementor using Presto Player. If you watch this... Hey, welcome back. Elementor. Whoa. Let me just turn the volume off for that mute the tab. There you go. Look, the word YouTube does not appear anywhere, right? The word YouTube is nowhere. Yeah, you have the red play button. And even when I right click it, I mean, you can obviously go and get the URL and all of that. And yes, you will see the YouTube then. However, that being said, it is a pretty decent way of removing the branding. You know, when you have videos and the YouTube bit appears, I don't like that so much. You know, when you have it on a WordPress website, you don't want the word YouTube to appear. So this is a pretty decent way of doing it. Hey, Jimmy, hope you're okay. Brick Forge. Do you know something, Peter? I know people that have got Brick Forge, and I've looked at it, but I have to be honest, I haven't felt the urgent need to go get it. It's a bit like add-ons. I don't usually go out to get an add-on unless I really need it. So I would say there's nothing wrong with it. You know, I think it's got so much potential, and there's other plugins as well. Is it something I need right now? The answer is no, but it would depend on, like, are you going to use it? Yeah, what Jimmy just said there. So animations and stuff, but if I don't go crazy for too many animations, mainly down to a lot of my clients. So a lot of my clients aren't going to need those features. So I kind of go, do I need it then? So a lot of it I would base on your clientele. Yeah, D, let me just give you a link for that. Good question, D. Let me give you a link for that. Let me just get the tab open over here. Let me get you a link for that, D. Just bear with me. It's called Presto Player, by the way, and it is free. It's a free plugin made by Adam from, you know, WP Crafter, the Bolt Head shortcut and all of that. He's done it, so you might want to go and have a look at that. Let me just get the video for you. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a moment. I can't even type Presto Player. Now, but I'll come back onto all the other comments that are here as well. Copy the link. Right, okay, so let me give it to you here. At D. So this is for D Lucas. This is the Presto Player video. Go away and enjoy. I hope you like it. Yeah, that was the other one. Oxyprops as well. So yeah, I think, hey Pixar, I think stuff like that can be really, really useful. Hey, Ultimate Gaming Shots, how you doing? Hope you're starting to make progress with your changes on your website. I'm hoping that Maggie Gems will be on, because they sent me their website, but I didn't get a chance to review it. So I'm hope they come on and they look at it. Yeah, it is a little bit dark, isn't it? I mean, it is a little bit darker than normal, but this will be all black as well down here. There's a white panel here, but that will be all black as well. Going for a slightly more intimate, darker look. I quite like the intimate, darker look, I have to say. I have tried with lighter backgrounds, you know, and I just always feel like lighter backgrounds, things stand out more. So you got to make sure everything looks pretty decent and smart. Whereas I quite like the dark background look that I've currently got at the moment. Yeah, that's the light behind him, John. That's the light. I have to kind of have a think about the Mandalorian. Do I put the light behind the Mandalorian? Or do I? So let me just show you what I mean. At the moment, the Mandalorian, you know, his helmet's quite, you know, it's not very well lit up. Where there he is right there. Just use my little lightsaber torch. But I need to kind of sort that out a little bit. Yeah, I am thinking about wearing brighter t-shirts as well. Dark Souls like dark atmosphere. I quite like that, actually. I quite like that one. Ishan has a question. You need to have a logo in neon behind you. Yeah, do you know what? I might put pictures up. I might put a picture up. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking about it. I don't want to do something and then go, oh, I've got a nail in the wall now or something. Ishan, any special website development packages for India are you planning to launch? Yeah, Ishan, we have the Web Squadron Mastery module. The Mastery modules are worldwide. They're not just for India, UK, America, Australia, Cambodia, Vietnam. They're not geographically restricted. But I would say website development, we do have our mastery modules and they are global. You can access and use them all around the world. Yeah. Command picture strips. Yeah. So this is not a wall. These are foam boards. Foam boards, right? Soundproofing foam boards. And command strips don't stick very well to them at all. Okay, right, as a client, when you say as a client, though, do you mean for me to get clients in India, or do you mean, can you just clarify that, Ishan? So when you say a development package for India, but as a client, do you mean designing websites for people in India, or do you mean you as an Indian freelancer or web agency getting clients? Can you just clarify that? Hey, Toa Kangas, hope you're okay. Eddie, big question on microfiber. Is it a good time to invest? Okay, look. If I'm really honest, Eddie, do you need it? I can use Site Origin CSS or microfiber for free without having to pay a plugin. A license cost. Hey, Mark. So my question then is, what is the benefit of what you're going to get out of the pro version? Now, with hey Dave, you're having a mare. Whoa, Dave, please tell us more. You're having a mare. What's going on? Elementor Pro, you need to get Pro, right? Because you want to get all the features and all the bells and whistles, right? You can't get away with that. But do you need Microfiber Pro? Just because there's a deal, do you really need it? No, Pixar, we're not going to have a but. Hey, Pixar, let's do even better. Why don't we just have the planet Uranus? Why don't we get a solar system like, whatever they're called? I can't remember. What's the word called? When you hang them over a cot. I can't remember what the word is now. Why don't we just get a Uranus, right, put up there, and that will do well. Yeah, thanks, Pixar, for the reminder. Ishan, so what you're saying is packages for people in India. Well, here's the thing, okay? Our basic website starts at £920, right? If I was to lower the cost for someone based in India, I'm going to do the same amount of work for the same amount of time. Mobile, that's the word D. Yes, mobile. Solar system mobile. Thank you. Thank you. But Ishan, I build a website for someone in India, same amount of work, same amount of time, but I am doing it for less money. Makes no logical sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. Right? It's like me saying, right, I'm going to build a car, and I will not charge you for labor. I'm going to charge you for the material. And then I say to the person in India, I'll give it to you for 50%, so I make a loss. So what I would say is, unless someone is prepared to pay what our value is, I always kind of go, no, we're not going to lower it. It's just the way we are. I mean, it's not great. I mean, I have to be honest, I've never built for a client based in India or Pakistan or anywhere there. Why not? Well, it's not because I don't have the capability to, but I'll be really brutally honest. They are not going to pay our value. I'm just going to check my internet cable. Hold on. I'm back. Hey, Maggie. How are you? I'm glad you're here, Maggie. Were you still up for us looking at your website? So yesterday, Maggie sent a link for us to look at her website. Unfortunately, I had gone off and not realised she sent a link. So I'm really glad Maggie is back here. Just going to double check Dave's question here, though, because he did say something. He's not having a great day. Spent 3 days working on something. Started adding the pages, only to realise it doesn't do what I want. Ooh, massive spreadsheet with 900 entries. Is this a website then, or is this a spreadsheet, like Excel-based thingy-mijgy? Is this like a Is this like a spreadsheet bit of work or something? Hey, Melissa, by the way, sorry I didn't say hi to you. Didn't say hi. Dave's in the house. How you doing, Dave? Dave Den is in the house. George, watch me use the spacer element because equal height. Yeah, I know. Do you know what, George? Here's where I use Flexbox container, and then I do space between, which is okay when you only have 2 elements. When you have more, it's not great, is it? Adding pages via a spreadsheet. That does not sound fun, Dave. That does not sound fun. Right. Maggie, if you can just say, let me know when you're ready. Hey, we're not done, Melissa. Look, we are not done. There is still loads more to do. We are not done. Loads to do. And you haven't even seen the half of it. Some people have had a sneak peek, but we're not going to say anything more until it is fully done. And then I will release a video to show you what I've done. And I hope you're going to go, ooh. But loads to do yet. We are not done at all. There's loads to do yet. No, George, do you know something? I completely agree with you. It really gets me mad a little bit that, like, with accordions, with tabs, with text editor even, and getting rid of the extra carriage return, you know, all of that, you got to add in a bit of CSS code. It does make me a little bit annoyed about that. Yeah, hold on, Maggie. I'm going to get started on you in a moment. Yeah, and Melissa, this is from IKEA. This is IKEA. It's an IKEA tree. It's an artificial tree. Okay, right. Right, we're now going to look at Maggie. So everybody say hi to Maggie. I want you all to just give Maggie a wave. Everybody, give her a wave. And we are now going to look at Maggie's website. So I'm just loading it up. So I'm just going to load it up. Right, so the website is loaded up. Okay, and what we're going to do is I'm going to... Hey, isn't it nice how that just appears in the circle so you can see it's still work in progress? That's quite funny, that is, isn't it? It's not really funny, but you get the idea. Right, I am just going to hit return just so we can see. So there is a delay. So this is something I do want to address here, Maggie, because I noticed this the first time and I wanted to check, does it... So what we've got is, because you've got a video playing in the background, sometimes it comes up really quick. Right now, it's not even loading up. So let me just open up your page again on a new window, right? The video comes. Now it's come again. So what happens is there's a bit of a delay coming in here. This is one of the reasons why I'm a little bit twitchy over videos. Can you clarify, though? Is your video coming straight from YouTube, or is it uploaded into your media library? Is it uploaded into your media library, or is it coming directly from YouTube? Media library or YouTube? Just going to see if I can... here we go. I think it's... No, hold on. Is this embedded? Is this loaded into your media library? I'm not sure. Anyway, look, I'm not sure. Anyway, so one of the things I would say, I mean, okay, look, let's cut to the chase. Yeah. Okay, I'm just absorbing and taking it in before I make any comment. This is okay down here. Yeah, so it's hosted. Right. This down here with the chat window, okay, that's fine. I get that. Apply for a loan. My tip, yeah, is do you notice how this is all rounded? Your button is rounded and this is rounded, your chat window. Nicely rounded. But the button over here is not rounded at all. And this button here is not rounded either. I would say that if you are going to have rounded over here, you see this button here, start chat. This says start. Yeah, let me move myself out of the way. Let me just take myself out of the way. There you go. This over here says start chat. If this is rounded, yeah, by the way, everyone, don't forget to click like. Hit the like button. You need to make these buttons here and up here rounded as well. Otherwise, it starts to feel detached. I'm one of these very particular people with if you're going to do hard, do hard. If you can do rounded, do rounded. Yeah, I do wonder though, maybe if there was a bit of CSS applied, could you make this be hard border? But anyway, Mount Fuji lending, yeah, okay. I'm just a bit unsure about the video, just because of the delay you're getting in. And I know how you've got this shadow effect going on. I actually find the shadow effect a bit too strong. It feels stronger than it needs to be. It adds that 3D bit and it pushes it outwards, which is good. But this color here, I find, like, you know, on here, this image here, it doesn't feel very strong. So there's part of me that feels like, and you don't have to listen to this, by the way, Maggie. You don't have to take any of this in, okay? I would probably say I would have a gradient going down the middle, right? I would shrink this as well. I would shrink this. I would make that 75% of what you've got here at the moment. I would shrink it down. I would make half of the screen have a transparent overlay. In fact, you know your overlay, you know how you got an overlay here? See this overlay, this blue? You could maybe do something similar like that going down, maybe, so that you don't have to go crazy with this background shadow effect going on there. Because I just find that it just doesn't work for me on the blues and the sky and the cloud. I can't explain it. It just doesn't feel fluid or like it works very well for me. But I would drop that 75%. I'd have an overlay go down the middle on the left-hand side. We've got a video on that in case you want to do something a little bit different. The place where Filipino businesses can expand. Yep, okay. The lender you can trust, fund my business. Yeah, okay. I mean, I would say, as far as call to actions go, this is a really good call to action. This is the kind of call to action a lot of people should take note of. Fund my business now. It's literally saying, fund my business now. Yeah, and I think what Pixar says that it does look unnatural, which is why you got to drop the font size there. And a gradient on the left-hand side. You can almost get rid of the shadow effect, if I'm honest, then. You could get rid of the shadow effect. Right, let's go down here. Let's close that down. What makes our business loans better for your company? Okay, yeah, okay. I'm never a fan of flip. I have to say, though, I'm not a fan of flip boxes sometimes because I find on mobiles they get in your face. But you've got the 3D effect on there. That's okay. I mean, fast approval. I was going to say make these be more narrow, but then again, you have quite a bit of content. I am wondering, though, I'm looking at this. I'm just trying to get my sizes right. Yeah, okay. So this is what I would do. Let me just get my size thing. I would make this be something like this, like that. I would make it that wide. Come in a bit. At the moment, it's not full screen, but it's as close to full screen, and I would bring it in a bit. So this right now is where's my mouse? Where is my mouse? In fact, I'm going to go with a bit shorter. I would even go something like that. I would bring it in a bit because I find that, you know, when you have flip boxes or service areas or sections like that, I would bring it in a bit. Just checking the questions here. Hey, Francisco. Hey, Iraziel. Okay, right. Let's just scroll down here. You need some spacing here, Maggie. You definitely need spacing here. Okay. I was going to say something about the spacing here as well, but I'm going to let that go. But you see the gap you've got here, this gap here, which is, I don't know, let's go with about 80. I don't know, let's just say 80, right? What you've got to do is now give us the 80 here as well. So, whoop, there we go. Oh, where's my mouse gone? There we go. You need to have 80 here as well. underneath, okay, give us the 80 before we hit the Mount Fuji lending borrow. And then the space down here is a lot bigger. So just watch out for the amount of spacing you got. Hey, Greg, go deep and go wide. Yeah, absolutely. So what Andrew's just said there as well, go for a boxed width of about, 1,000 or 900. Bring it in, because trust me, it will look better because you got more space. You can it's weird to explain, but visually we can read and notice it better. Because I don't think these need to be that wide, even though they have content. They don't need to be that wide. So we've talked about the spacing. Again here, 80 pixel. Like, look, if I do this, right, the padding, make that be 80 again. So consistency there. I would watch the fonts. I would watch the fonts here, because now I feel like we're getting a bit of a mixture over fonts now. Is that different? No, it's the same, isn't it? Is it the same? Yeah, it's the same. I would add a bit more spacing between these two, right? Add a bit more spacing between those two there. Hey, Charlie B, hope you're okay. This bit here has got me a bit, You see this image? It's a really big image. Does it need to be that big? I think that image can be reduced by 75%. Sorry, take 25% of that image off. You can shrink the image down. Also, you've got the padding between these images is very scarce. This image to me looks like it's halfway in the page. In fact, I'll show you what I would do. This image, I would move this image, and let's get our sizing. Right, so I would make this image be something like about, say, that big, and I would move the image to be more over here. You got to get more spacing in here, right? Your button could still sit on there or whatever. I don't think this needs to be that big. I just feel like I know what you're doing, but I don't think it needs to be that big. Because right now, what is the main statement here? This is a bigger font than that. And that is a bigger font than that. So which one is your key statement? Is this your key statement? Or is this the key statement? Or is this the key statement? I think it's going to be... I think it's going to be that. I think that needs to be your bigger font, right? That needs to be your bigger font. That needs to be your smaller font. And that should match the size of this font. Sorry, let me get it right. Let's pretend this was let's say this was a font size let's pretend this was oh god, get it right. 30. Let's pretend this is font size 30. This should be font size 20 or 18. And then this should be 20 maybe. Because I find that this is just, it feels like it's flipped the wrong way around. Because right now, when I look at that, my eyes go here. I look at that before I read that, So you need to flip that a little bit around with there. I like what Dave's written out there as well about blurring the background of this a little bit as well. Right, let's just go down. This is okay. This is fine. What you do want to watch out for, though, and this is where you have to play around a little bit, is where we have this unevenness, but sometimes that's just the way testimonials are. Here's something I want to point out that a lot of people are going to have a problem with, okay? And by the way, if you're liking what we're doing so far, hit that friggin' like button, okay? Hit the like. Right. Can you see that the bullets are right at the bottom? The reason the bullets are right at the bottom is because I bet, here you go, look, here's why, right? Look at all of these posts, right? Look at them. And then we get to this post. Because this post is so big, it pushes the bullets down south. They are gone right down south now, right? And if I was you, and I do this on a client's website, I would paraphrase what they've put here. I would paraphrase it. I would shrink it down because I know having a lovely big testimonial is like, wow, cool. But what you then get is this disparity like this big empty vacuum, which looks, because look, when I scroll, right, I'm sat there going, oh, okay, what, does it move? What happens? You know, where's the dots? And it's not until I come down that I see the dots. So I would definitely shrink the wording on that. You don't have to. You don't have to, Maggie, at all. I'm just putting over how I would approach it. Because this now looks, it just looks, you know. So I would shrink that down. I really would shrink that down, yeah? I like things to look as consistent as possible. Where you have movement like this, right, you can get away with that. But that is like, you know, like, what did she use? Did she use Content AI Bertha to write her testimonial? Let's get as many words in as we can. So I would sort that out. I would add in some padding here. Yeah, I would also shrink this down. This is too big. If I'm honest, that's too big. It's too bold. It's too big. In fact, I'm noticing that more than I'm looking at the logos. And when I try and look at the logos, my eyes are fixated on the title. That's taking all of my attention at the moment. So I would definitely, I would make it less weightier, number one, maybe font weight 500, maybe, and I would shrink it by about 75% there as well. And then we get down to your footer. I mean, you know, we put the human being back into lending. Okay, your sizes. Your sizes are fine. One thing I will say, though, is can you see that if you look at this space here, that's good. That is good spacing there. That is good. But then we get to here. It's too close. So I would mess around with your spacing there or your padding, you know. So add in some padding into column because this must be a column, right? Add some right padding there. All right. Or shrink the gap. I mean, look, yeah, you know, I mean, look, I would say go with something that's about... I mean, that is 60. Go with 60, 60, 60, you know, or even 70, 70, 70, something like that, just to space that out a bit better. The button, yeah, okay. I'm just checking these are level. Yeah, they're level. Yeah. So bits. Your font styling, you know, your testimonial, watch out for your spacing. Definitely have a think about that one. You know, you got to change your... Hey, Mark Davey from Italy. Hey, I'm good. I hope you're good too. Don't forget to hit like if you've just popped over, okay? The likes do help. Every time you do a like, I like it. That's all. You don't really get much more than that. So definitely sort that out. Just watch your spacing, shrink that down to a box width of 900 or 1,000. I would have gone smaller, but because of the amount of content you got in there, I don't think you can go too small, but 900, you might get away with that. I would have a hard gradient. I would shrink the wording down. I would move the wording up a little bit more over here. A bit more. You haven't got much spacing in here as either, you know. I would have at least, you know, you could even go with about 40 in between, right? You know, space them out a little bit more if you want. But I would get the shadow effect doesn't work very well. Hard gradient would work better. Maggie, I hope you don't mind any of the comments we've made or said or anything like that. It's always a difficult one, right? You know, when someone starts to review something you've spent lots of time and effort on and they go, oh, what about this? What about that? It's not nice. I've had it done to me and I'm like, get lost. But I've had it done to me as well. But I hope some of the comments and things we've said do help you to review and just refine the website. I'm not going to say make it better because that's not a fair statement, but refine it maybe. And there were some comments in the chat as well. I hope that helped, Maggie, and it's okay to say no, it didn't, but I hope it helps. Yeah. By the way, you know, don't forget, whatever we do here is a live chat. It's going to be available on our YouTube channel. So you know, later on when you are now ready to review the website, Maggie, you can watch this on replay. So don't worry about it. Okay. But yeah, definitely, definitely think about your video. I think I go on about this all the time, in that even though the video is loaded into your WordPress, it must be a big video. How many megabytes was it, Maggie? Can you let me know how many megabytes that video was? Don't say gigabytes, okay? But how many megabytes is that video? Yeah, okay. So let me hold on a moment. Jimmy, hold on. Jimmy. Right, okay. Right, here we go. Right, so the Presto Player basically allows you to refine how your YouTube videos look. So this is a YouTube video, right? Notice how the word YouTube is not there. We don't even have the title or the word YouTube up here or even down here. When you hit play, it starts playing the video, right? And you can pause it. Now, if I go to my dashboard, this is a test website, by the way, so don't anyone start jumping up and down and going, oh, this looks really ugly. This is a test website, right? If I go to this particular video now in Presto Player, okay, there's the video. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I've lost it. Where's my settings gone? Where's my settings gone? Hold on a moment. Where's my settings gone? Presto Player. Presto Player. Where's it gone? I'm having a My Presto Player settings have disappeared. Where are they? Where are my Presto Player settings? Where's my Presto Player settings? What's going on here? Just bear with me a moment, right? I'm having a bit of a moment. Where's my Presto Player settings going? That's weird. That is very, very weird. Right, okay, just wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Something's not right. Where's my settings? Presto Player is flipping reliable, okay? I'm telling you now, it is a flipping reliable. It's reliable. Right, I'm just going to add in a new one, okay? Just bear with me, all right? Just bear with me. Where's my flipping Presto Player? Right, let me just add in a new one. Add new. Let me just get a YouTube video. Let me just get a video for you from YouTube. Just bear with me. So this is for Jimmy, who's got a question about Presto Player. I've done videos on this in the past. Let's just get copy link address. Right, there we go. Right. So we're going to do a YouTube video. I'm going to drop this in here. Hit add video. There we go. There's the settings. I don't know why they weren't visible. Anyway, so here we have a YouTube video. Now, you have default where you'll see the title and the word YouTube, but you have these other settings as well, where I can go for simple and all you get is the play button. You have YouTube optimized. You can have minimal where you just have the play button. You don't even have the timeline at the bottom. So when you have minimal, there is no option for them to pause the video, right? So, yeah, I don't know what I did wrong there, Eddie. I don't know, I panicked. But Presto Player is free. So if you want to put YouTube videos on your website, you can do. And it's a super quick, easy way to do things when it works, but it's free. It's free. Anyway, back to the comments, because I think I've missed quite a few here. Okay, Maggie, 6 to 9 megabytes. I am a little bit surprised at how long it took to load, because 6 to 9 megabytes should load like that. And is it a section background video? So you got your section. Is it a background video you've done there? Or is it a video? You didn't add in a video widget, did you? It is a section background video. Do you recommend adding a background hero video hosted on YouTube? To be honest, D, I'm going to say yes and no. Yes, if it is a very small video. No, if there's a bit of a delay. But here's the trick. Can I show you the trick? Right, okay. So this video here, right, Maggie, back to Maggie. This video here, right, when it first plays, let's pretend the first thing that plays is that there, right? Right, that's the first thing you see. So here's what you do. You put the video on your screen, okay, a big screen, and you stop it at 000. You stop it right at the start, and you take a screenshot. You take a screenshot right at the start. Then in your video, if we go back over here, if we just go to, let's just do a new section. No, container, whatever, right? If you go here to style, right? And you now pick video, right? You know how over here you have the background fallback? Yeah? You put the image in there. So, when you do this, and there is no video playing, right? There's no video playing. The image is there. The image is there. And then when the video, I mean, look, the video's, it's not kicking in yet. Let me hit return again. It's not, there's a bit of a delay going on there. So if there's a 1 second, 5 second, 10 second, 2 second delay, whatever, the image is there. The image is always there. And then when the video kicks in, they might not even notice it because the video will play, but it's the same image. So when the video plays, the image now plays. Does that make sense? So that's what you want to do. Okay, look, now it's playing. Now it's playing, right? How long? That took quite a while. Don't know why, but it took a while. So have a think about that. You put it on a big screen, right? You get a screenshot with nothing else but the image, right? The video, 000, fallback image. If there's a 4 second delay, it doesn't matter because there will be an image there rather than a blank pastel colour, right? Yeah, so yeah, I mean, but I'm not a fan of videos as hero banners, but if you really, really need to do it, bearing in mind it will affect your page speed performance, you get the image, fallback image, and you kind of covered yourself a little bit. So even if there is a bit of a delay, I mean, look, you could say, look, I know this affects my page speed by 20%. I don't care. I really want a video. I don't care. Fine. But the fallback image will save you from having a blank screen. Especially if your words are in white and your background is white. No one could see the words until the video plays. That's like an epic fail, right? I mean, at least here, Maggie had a background. You had a pastel colour and you got a shadow effect on your words, so you could still make it out. But can you imagine if you had a white background and you had white text? Someone would come on and go, there's a call to action button, but what the heck's going on? It's a massive space. So these are one of those like life lessons that you come to appreciate. And I think a lot of people do ignore that particular bit, that fallback image. They kind of go, oh, I don't need a fallback image. I got a video. No, it's there. So that if your video never plays, you got to remember sometimes on some iPhones, the video doesn't play automatically for whatever reason. It doesn't always automatically play. That means you'll always have a blank image there, or you'll have something else, right? The fallback can save you a little bit there. So please bear that in mind. Yeah. I mean, we are on Tuesday now. Has anyone got anything major coming up this week? I've got quite a few stuff I still need to do with my room later on today and tonight, blah, 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 blah. And I've also got to put a video on, which is the loop grid post carousel with no extra widget. I think it's quite cool. I was quite impressed that it definitely did work. And also, got to do a video for Mark Newman for a new mastery module that's being created at the moment. I've got to do that. Oh, I was going to try and take it easy today, Mark, but now we've got to get that done. No, I'll get that done. Brian, back in the day, white text and white background was a black hat SEO. Yes, it was. But in those days, Brian, isn't that where people just put the word Britney Spears like a million times? You know, if you go back to the year 2000 or 2001, websites had like a million words hidden away in the background. And Britney Spears was like the number one word at the time. I remember because I got a law degree and we were doing computer law, and I remember our lecturer and we were like reviewing websites, how this website is nothing to do with music, but oh look, there's the word Britney Spears in the background, because that's what people were searching for on Yahoo. Britney Spears was the number one searched term in the year 2000, 2001. Bit weird, right? A bit weird. Don't worry, Mark. I'll try and get it. I will try and get it done. I'll try and get it done today, just so it's done, basically, out the way. Yeah. Hey, Pete, you're going to Las Vegas? What, right now? Are you going right now, Pete? Hey, Jimmy, it's your birthday. How many days, Jimmy, until your birthday? How many days, Jimmy? Come on, you got to give us more. You can't just say it's my birthday. How many days until your birthday, mate? Mark, do you want to put down a couple of sentences about the new mastery module? Do you want to put down a couple of sentences about it? Hey, Jason, don't worry, mate. Look, if you got, whether it's a personal call or a business call or just going to the toilet, it is far more important than It's more important than being here. 5D. Oh, 5 days. I was like, 5D? What is this? Some sort of form of like techno cyberpunk parallel universe. 5D? Yeah, 5 days. Got it. Yep, so here you go. Mark Newman is now going to reel off what the 2 new mastery modules are being worked on in the background. It's a bit cold today. I don't know about you, but it is feeling very cold today. What I like about my new layout shift is I now have the window over here. So right now, if I just move the curtain, which you can't even see, you can see the light coming in. Let me just block it there. So it's nice now because when I'm working, if I'm not recording, I can open the window and I'm now looking outwards. I was always far away from the windows when I was in that corner of the room, whereas here now, I'm now looking out and I can see down the road because we live in a cul-de-sac and we're right at the end. But when I look out now, I can see down, which kind of, I feel less, even though I am enclosed, and I'll explain that in a couple of days when you see what I've done. I'm now not enclosed because I can see the outer limits. The universe is there for me to do what I want. Vegas at the weekend for our wedding. Pete, man, wedding anniversary, Vegas. You're just going to come back skint. You're going to come back with no house, no car, no wife. You can come back for nothing now. No husband, no nothing, no partner. Yeah, so the first one is productivity, procrastination, strategic confidence, and the second one is organic growth accelerator. So we've got 2 more coming out. The mastery modules, we do them because we're taking a lot of our experiences, what we wish we had known at the time, and trying to put it in such a way that it's going to help a lot of freelancers and web agencies. In fact, it's going to help anyone, even if you're not a web designer. You could be in graphics. You don't even have to be anything to do with graphics. You could apply it to almost any business. Maybe you make cakes, right? You still need to do online growth. You can't just rely on Instagram and Facebook, right? You can't just keep putting Instagram pictures up if you're trying to grow and network and build your business up and out, right? So what we do here is what we like to call multi-business faceted, which sounds rude, but it's multi-business faceted, okay? Hey, Peter, take care, mate. Get back to your script. Deadlines are coming up. See you soon, mate. Pride Sport Milano, just checking. Hi, man. How come GT Metrics like YouTube like in my pages? How come GT Metric reports YouTube in my, even though my pages are? Do you know what, mate? There are some things that happen with page speed performance where they find things or they report things that you know are not an issue, not present, or are sorted. I'm not going to explain it very well other than the fact that there's probably a line of code somewhere that mentions YouTube or something else from the past, and it is still present somewhere in your code, somewhere in the back end. It's like images, right? I've gone to town on images. I've had some people liking what I did, some people not liking what I did. I've had positive feedback. I've had criticism about the whole thing about WordPress images and duplicates. And it's one of those things where you add an image and your backend has 5 or 6 copies. You get rid of your images, you delete them, you even do WP reset. Guess what? The image is still in your backend database even after you've applied WordPress reset. Like, what the heck? Not unless you do a full-blown fresh installation, and even then, you got to make sure it's not in your backend database. So it could well be just one of these things that is like, yeah, Pete, you're definitely going to be skint getting there. Can you read the comment above, Imran, about off-page sliders? Yeah, sure, Pickstar. Which one is that? Which one is that? Let me just, I'm not sure. Am I missing the comment somewhere? I might have missed the comment somewhere. Carl, I have to get a customer some traffic on a new site quick. They've turned into a real problem. I'm worried they're going to reverse funds. Well, the thing is, Carl, okay, look, can we just focus on Carl's point here? What have you done for them so far, Carl, to get them customers? So can you please tell us what is the customer's business? What have you done? What have you promised them? And what are they doing, right? So what is the customer's website? What have you done to try and help them? And what are they doing to help themselves? Okay? What are they doing to help themselves? What are they doing? Yeah, let's do a live chat just for Jimmy on his birthday. Hey Mia, hey, we're not doing the 2-minute warning yet because Carl mentioned a problem. Carl, if you're still here, please respond. Sorry if I was late to speaking to you, but can you tell us about customer business? What have you done and what are they doing? Very, very important. Okay? Very, very important. I've just noticed that someone said a live. Are you doing a live, Jimmy? Are you expecting me to do a live? What's going on here? We just suddenly scheduled something in without me knowing. Is WP Vivid lifetime deal worth it? I think WP Vivid lifetime deal is good if you want the staging. So right now, when you have the staging, which is free, you can't do a deploy and replace. You can't do deploy and replace. I'm not going to say which football team I support. In fact, do you know something, everyone? I'm not going to say MD Sabin Hussein, right? I think you're a great person, but sometimes there are some questions you should never ever respond to. So if anyone ever says, what's your son's date of birth? Or what's your favourite football team? Never respond to that because it's not a good idea. Anyway, Charlie, quick traffic, Google AdWords, yeah, stuff like that. Hey, George. Yeah, you are right, George. I think like that image video might need a bit more of a revision coming onto it. Yes, Jimmy. Oh, no, Jimmy, you're going to have to go live now. You're going to have to go live. Hey, don't worry, Pride Sport. You know, look, anything we do, if we can help you out, that would be really good. Right, Carl has disappeared. Carl, are you... Hey, Carl, there you are. Great. Carl, so they are a remodeler handyman. Fantastic. Right, number one. What have you done for them? I don't need like, I don't need I don't need to know everything about what you've done, but have you done SEO? Have you submitted them to Google? Have you have you submitted to Google Search Console, Analytics? Have you set them up with Rank Math or Yoast or something? And then tell me what they've done. So what have you done for them? They're a remodeler and a handyman. They don't sound very handy to me, but so you created their site in a week with a few pages for SEO. Okay, cool. And what else? Yeah, absolutely right, Melissa. I do agree with what you were saying there, Melissa. That's why I'm a bit like, person just pops on with no reason and goes, hey, what's your favourite football team? You don't answer those questions. You don't answer those. Okay, Carl, so you did their SEO, but what else did you do? Excellent. Peter, you've already hit the nail on the head with where I was going to go. But before we get there, let's just find out what we've done. Right, Carl. Okay, right. So, you've done some SEO. Have you done Rank Math? Have you used Yoast? What have you used for their SEO? So, what have you used for their SEO? And have you done Google Search Console? Have you done that? Yes, so okay, Carl, yeah. So before we get on to what they've done, before we've done that, right, what SEO tool did you use? And did you do Google Search Console? Yeah, Carl, don't worry about the money. To be honest, I don't care about the business cards. The business cards with the URL don't mean nothing because he's after new clients. When he gives the card, he's giving it to an existing one, unless he walks around pubs and restaurants going, hey, I'm a handyman. Hey, I can see you eating fish and chips. Do you need help cutting that fish? I'm your handyman. Hey, you, I can see that you're stuck in the toilet and you need someone to help you wipe your ass. I'm the handyman. Maybe not the handyman there, but you get the idea. So what I would say, Carl, is make sure you've done Google Search Console. Make sure you're using something that indexes their website. Make sure you've done Google My Business, which is free, or Google Business Profile, as Brian has now said as well. It is free. Get them set up on that. When you set them up on that, it might take a week before they are actually registered because Google have to send you a postcard. Yep, in this day and age, you still get a postcard. And then you use that postcard to verify who you are, and then away you go. Wipe your anus. I'm a handyman. No, we're not. Okay, so that's what... But even when you do all of that, even if you do all of that, it means nothing if they are not doing anything to help themselves. Have you submitted to Google My Business, though, Carl? So when you say submitted to Google, you might need to clarify. So what? Google Analytics, Google Search Console, Google My Business. But just getting them onto Facebook is not really going to do anything for them either. They need to get on Facebook. They need to get on Twitter. They need to get on LinkedIn. Look, mate, what you want to do is get them over here. Right? Look, let's do this. Right? Get them over onto Publisher.io. Publisher.io is free for 3 social media accounts, right? I've got the premium, so I can do 5. But Publisher.io. So I'm going to put something on and say, hey, how is your Tuesday? Right, hey, how is your Tuesday? Normally I would attach an image as well. I don't think I've gotten it. In fact, yeah, let me find an image. Let me find an image. Here we go. Let's just put this image up, right? Hey, how is your Tuesday, right? I'm now going to go Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. I'm just going to now post my face. How ridiculous is this? I mean, who's going to want to click? But I'm just going to say, hey, how is your Tuesday, right? And I'm going to send it to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Look at this, post. I can schedule as well. Oh, by the way, my face is covering the post. The post button is just here. And there's a schedule button as well, right? Boom. That's going to go off to 4 places. It's normally quicker than this. Look, there it's gone. In fact, if I go to calendar, right, look at Tuesday, right? Today's Tuesday, right? Look at how many posts I have scheduled or they've already gone out. Look at all this. They're going off every hour. They start going off at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11, 11:30, 12, 12:30, blah, 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 blah. They keep going. That's what you do. That's what you do. So if your client is struggling to get his finger out his ass to send posts, you go, right, you do it on Publer. You connect your Twitter, your Instagram, your LinkedIn. He needs to be on LinkedIn, right? Facebook is only good for when you have a group. He needs to get himself on Instagram, put pictures up of what he's done. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, all these areas. Hey, contact me. Put your URL in. Hey, spam. I like it, Pickstar. You get the idea, right? So these solutions here are not going to cost any money, right? Publer is free, okay? So you do that, but they've got to do it. It's not your job. They've got to do it. And if they don't want to do it, anyone who thinks, right? Anyone who thinks, sorry, it's got to approve some of these comments coming in. Yeah, I mean, look, Carl, if all he wants to do, right, is, how old is he, Carl? And I'm not being ageist here, right? I'm not being ageist here, but hey, Pickstar, I would do every minute if I could. I would do every minute. Yeah, Hootsuite as well. I find Publer better than Hootsuite and Buffer. I really like what Publer do. Right, I'm not being ageist here, but how old are they? How old are they? So, business cards are only going to get you so far. Because you're going to give them to an existing client. Hey, I've fixed your wardrobe. Here's my card. Well, they already know who you are. They contacted you. What is the card going to do for them other than put it again with all of their other cards, right? Unless he goes out actively and hands out cards, no one's going to care. Unless he puts an advert in the newspaper, no one's going to care. Just because you got a website, right, doesn't mean when you get a website, it's not like that moment where you kind of go like this, you pull a lead and all of the money falls down on you like water. Right? None of that shit. None of that happens. That's not reality. That's not life. Okay? Google My Business will mean that if anyone now searches for handyman, there's going to be loads of women and men who are going to go, hey, I need a handyman for whatever purpose, Uranus, whatever, right? They're going to search for it. If you are on Google My Business, you know when you do a search on Google, right? You know the drill. Let's do a search. In fact, let me do it here. Let's go with handyman. Oh, I'm not showing my screen, am I? Hold on. Let us do a search for handyman. Oh, where's the map? There you go, right? Okay, let me just share my screen. Right, okay, so look. Boop. No, close that. Right, I've done a search for handyman, right? So handyman people in my area, okay? Now if I just scroll down here, look at this. Can you see here? Look, handyman. So here are the businesses with handyman, right? So I can go, oh, okay, I live, where am I? Zoom in. Oh, okay, I live down, where do I, over there, right, okay. That is going to help them out. Okay? You must know their address, right? Their phone number and all of that. If you have access to their Google account, get them to give you access, or however you want to do it, right? However you want to do it, you get registered and you get them onto Google My Business. This is one way of how you can help them out. And this can massively spike up your Google rankings. Let's say you're on page 60. You're probably not page 60. Let's say you're on page 60 in Google. This could get you onto page 3, 2, even page 1 for no cost. No cost. They even pay for the flipping postcard and post it to you. You don't have to post anything back. You just verify. Take care, Mark. Right? Google Business Profile. Sorry, Brian. Google Business Profile. Sorry. Right? You got to do that. But they've got to do extra. Just because you have a website does not mean people are going to come to you. You got to do some form of getting yourself out there. TikTok, YouTube Shorts, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to go for, but you got to do more than one. Just doing Facebook ain't going to get you anywhere like that. The fundamental part, though, is what did he think he was going to get? So let's get down to the root cause now, okay? Let's get down to the root cause of what's going on here. This person might now start saying, I want a refund. However, let's break down what you did for them and what they got. So I don't need to know numbers, but let's pretend they paid $1,000 for a website. Let's pretend, okay? Basic website, $1,000. It's not magic. That's magic, Brian. Right. They paid $1,000 for a website. What was that $1,000 for? Was it for the build of a website? Check, you did that. Was it for adding in some SEO? Check, you did that. Was it for getting them clients? So in the contract or the agreement or whatever you got written down, hopefully you didn't just do it over WhatsApp. In the agreement, what did they pay for? Because that is your protection against someone saying, hey, I'm not getting any clients, I want a refund. No, you paid for a website to be built. The website was built. Yeah? The trouble is, though, Carl, I had someone like this. We built their website. It was released. And then they were like, why am I not at the top of Google? Because they assumed that if they go to Google, it's in descending date order. Then they changed it to like the last hour or 24 hours. And they still weren't. Then I said that you need to understand that's not how the internet works. Red Hot, what is your one-word mainstay to clients about how important the website is today? That's a good question, actually. Presence. I call it online presence. And what I say to them, right, okay, look, let me explain, okay? Let me explain, right, okay? Let me explain, okay? If you see an Apple advert on TV, how long does it stick in your head? If you see an Apple advert on TV, how long does it stick on your head? And that for me is Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. At that point in time, you see it. You see it then. But I have an iPhone in my pocket. So I know I'm always reminded about Apple every day. I've got something, right? It is there. It is always going to be there. And if people know the link or people go there, it is there. If I go to Twitter and I'm not following you, I have to search for you. I've got to find you. Oh, where's that guy gone? He did a really good post. Oh, but I'm not following. Or even if I am following you, I can't remember his flipping name. Where's they gone? Where have they gone? Right? But the website is there. I just call it online presence. Anyway, yeah, I mean, look, you don't need, I mean, you don't, your publisher is free. You know, I'm pretty sure he isn't going to do blogs to promote his website. Okay? And what I'm going to say, Carl, yeah, is, hey, new to WordPress. Well, look, go please watch our videos. We got site tutorials. We got A to Z's that go from start to finish, domain, hosting, security plugins, all of that sort of stuff. So go in and have a look at that. But Carl, what did he pay for? Our favorite handyman. By the way, if you're watching, Mr. Handyman, I salute you for printing out your business cards. What a great guy. Business cards are so 20 years ago now, but hey, what did he pay you for? What did he pay you for? They paid, okay, you don't need to tell us the price, but okay. Right. Now break down the social media and SEO. So what are they expecting you to do Because did you make any promises? Did you say to them, look, if you do this, I'll get you to page 1? Just make sure you never, ever, ever say that, because that is a recipe for disaster, everyone, okay? Never promise something that we don't have full control over. I'll tell you what, though, there is a way you can get them to page 1. There is a way. If they pay for a Google advert, right, they could get onto page 1, but it might only last for 5 days or a week, you know? If they want to pay for that, fine, get them onto page 1, but they're not going to get any income or leads, right? And I get really annoyed whenever someone says, hey, I got a website, but I'm on page 10. And I'm like, but what are you doing for social media? Oh, I don't have time for social media. I don't have time for it. You know, I'm too busy. I ain't got time to go Twitter. And I'm like, yeah, but you're expecting people to have time to go to your website. Yeah, well, they're not as busy as me. Yeah, but hold on. The people who are not as busy as you won't have the money to employ you or hire you. Therefore, you want busy people who are earning money to pay you for your services. And they're often like, oh, you're confusing me. Sorry. Sorry if I just blew out your speed. If you're listening to this on earphones, I probably blew out your eardrums. Oh, right? You know, it's like, ugh. I should film a movie one day, shouldn't I? We could do a movie, couldn't we? I need to get hold of some talented actors and actresses, and we should do a movie about the we should call it the shit website. That's what the movie will be called. It'll be all over Cannes, Oscars galore. The shit website. That's what we'll do it. No, the shit EO. There we go. We won't call it the SEO, we'll call it the shit EO. Sorry for my language, by the way. Okay, sorry if I've offended anyone. Yeah, I mean, I think you just got to remind them now that they have to do their part. They've got to get out on social media. They've got to do blog posts. They've got to do stuff out there. Redard, I always have a question in my mind why people are always proud to be Amazon software, but I don't really like the way. Yeah, do you know what, Redheart? I don't like the look of the Amazon website. It works, and we are very forgiving over the way it looks. But I tell you what, it does look really rubbish, doesn't it? But then again, it works. So why break or reinvent something that just works? We use it. I've used it loads this week. Loads. Right, question here. You want to build a store to make money, a drop shipping store, and also learn web development and process. What's your tip? Videos. Well, first thing you got to do is work out what kind of item are you going to drop ship. Is it a tangible item? Is it a virtual item? Where are you getting the item from? So now start looking into your supply. How are you going to get it? What's it going to cost you to produce or whatever? Then think about the shipping cost. Is it from you shipping it or a country or somewhere else? Then you got to think about your website. I did do drama, George, but not GCSE drama. I did do drama, though. I was one of those people that was always putting my name forward if I ever wanted to. If there was like a production or a play, I was always like, like the serious or the, if you want to like show emotion or just be really formal, lose the melody in your tone. Just be really, really cutthroat and evil and get across what you're trying to say. Yeah, I love drama. I love doing stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, I mean, look, if you didn't make any promises, though, hey, take care, Jimmy. Take care, Jimmy. And, you got 5 days until you mature. 5 days until you mature. It's all happening, mate. Puberty kicks in, all of that. It's all happening now. Andrew, do you have a strategy, SOP process you use to advise clients on their online marketing? Yes-ish. So we have our mastery module about marketing planning. We have that. We share that with them. We give that to them. That's part of it. But also we take them. What I do is I evaluate. I say to them, what are you doing now? And what have you got the capacity for? And this is where I then go, right, so you're doing Facebook, but you're not doing LinkedIn and Twitter. Right, let's make it easy for you. Publer account. You don't want to pay? Get the one where you get 3 accounts. Integrate, set it up. Now, you don't post to Facebook, you post to Publer. You can do that, right? You can do that first thing in the morning. Go on, do it. Then I try and talk them through the whole LinkedIn point of view. Then I start talking them through, right, you need to do X, Y, D, right? You need to communicate with people on LinkedIn. Find your niche group and connect. You know the strategy. You connect via people. 10 a day. You see a good post on LinkedIn or Facebook, you comment it. Don't say, hey, that's great to every single post. It looks really cheap. Hey, that looks great. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I agree. Congratulations. It's bullshit. Forget all that. Someone does a post about architecture and you're a handyman. You put a comment going, that is really, really good. I would love to know how you decorate that. I have done X, Y, Z. What do you think? You try and make a question. Hopefully they talk back to you and you talk back to them. You don't say to them, yeah, I'm a web designer. But you do that, and over time, eventually you might drop it in. Oh, yeah, I design websites, and yeah, we're doing X, Y, Z. Maybe they'll remember you, and they'll come back to you by building that network. Okay, we have had clients from LinkedIn and Facebook. Quite a few from LinkedIn, I have to say. Right? And you got to remember, the ones on LinkedIn, 99% of them are businesses. Big businesses, all right? Businesses. So you don't have to go in and go, yeah, we'll build your website for $500. Like we wouldn't anyway, but you're not now doing the one-man band. You're now supporting businesses where they've probably already budgeted $10,000 for a website, maybe, or SEO, or performance, or social media marketing and stuff like that. So a lot of it is about networking. And look, I've put out a post earlier today and said right now, when I wake up, my wife hates this, but when I wake up, I'm half an hour in bed doing all of my messages and notifications because my phone is galore. An hour later, after getting ready and taking my son to school, I get back to my desk. I've got Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, emails, even more stuff. I've already cleared them out, and now I've got even more. My first hour at my desk is now, again, replying and, no. I lose an hour and a half. But it means I'm networking and I'm getting myself out there. And it's painful because you got a website you want to build. You got to sort out a problem. I need to record a video. I've got to edit X, Y, Z. I've got to do all this shit. But that networking in the morning goes a long, long way. And that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Just checking the comments. Sorry if I've not read your comments. By the way, bye anyone who has been saying bye. When I talk, I just talk. Well, you know what, Cole? Here's where you got to now say, look, here's what you need to do. Here's what it's going to cost. If you want to get someone else to do it for cheaper, you can do, but you're going to hit the same outcome unless you invest and do stuff, right? Hey, I've just noticed Pete Cosgrove is now... Hey, Pete, by the way, you're following, aren't you, on Instagram? Carl, look, Carl, you know what? Let me just tell you right now, okay, Carl? Hey, Carl. info@websquadron.co.uk. Can you, like... By the way, if you want to email Brian, if you want to email me, anything like that, go for it, okay? Brian is in the Facebook group, Web Squadron. He is there, okay? Andrea's question. If they wanted you to do marketing, what would you ask them and how long in advance? Normally it's the time of the call. Normally it's at the time when I start thinking about, when I'm talking about what do they want. And then I will say to them, I will always drop in, do you need to think about SEO? Do you think about social media? Do you have a profile? Do you have a presence? Do you have marketing? Do you have a strategy? Do you want to, blog posts, guest posts on someone else's website? Are you networking on LinkedIn? So I start to ask those questions then, Andrew. But that's what I'm basically going to be asking them. Red Hot. How much is your first earning when you think you're an expert in web building? Look, I've done videos on pricing ladders. And even though I felt we were experts, our very first load of websites, because we were getting our foot in the door, by the way, was low. £240 for a basic website. I'm talking about super basic, right? £240. That was very low for the amount of time we're putting in. Devalued ourselves. But then once you get more reviews, it's about reviews, right? There's no point you sitting there and going, hey, I've got degrees, qualifications, I work for Apple and Amazon, I've even been to the space shuttle station, I've even been to Uranus and back again. I've done all of that. But if you ain't got any reviews, if you ain't got any testimonials, if you've not got any evidence of what you've done, all of that means nothing. So we had to build up our reviews. So we did some cheap and cheerful jobs, build up our reviews. And then you increase your price. You get more reviews, you build up your price until you get to where you want to get to. Now we charge £920 for a basic website, which a lot of people have said that's quite low, but it's our start point. Because I feel like it's kind of, we're not going to do dirt cheap websites, but we're not going to outprice ourselves from the basic website market either. And then when you are building a website for someone who wants WooCommerce, your price goes up. Oh, we want appointment booking, your price goes up. Oh, we want a directory website with bells and whistles, your price goes up. We start here and then we can go where we want. Oh, you want social media marketing? Boom. You want your page speed performance? Boom. You add on a bit more. Oh, you want a maintenance package or a care plan? Well, okay. Is it just an update of your plugin? Is it also revisions and updates? So updating plugins. Is it adding, changing a few content? Is it changing a lot of content? Is it SEO review per month? Is it other stuff? Analytics? They're all add-ons, right? They're all add-ons. Okay, Jason, look, you take care. I think I'm going to give everyone a 2-minute warning now because we have been live for a pretty nice 1 hour 22 and I do need to get on with some stuff. By the way, Carl, thank you for your really good question. By the way, I think it got our brain juices flowing. I hope some of what we've said has helped you a little bit. But I know you're going to be communicating with others and I hope they can help you further as well. By the way, I haven't said it for a while, but boop, you got to hit like, okay? Even if you have not enjoyed anything we've done today, you got to hit like because it helps the YouTube algorithm, all right? And it's massively, massively important. So please do hit like. So in terms of pricing strategy, right? You might start small once you've got your reviews, but once you've built a reputation, people will pay more because of your reputation, right? It's like restaurants. A brand new restaurant that no one's ever heard of, that no one knows nothing about, opens up and they're charging like £100 for a plate of steak. Why would you pay it? No one's heard of it. No one's tasted it. No one even knows what it's like. Why would you pay £100 a steak? But if they've built a rep and someone goes, you've got to go there. That is the best steak you will ever have. It's amazing. It even makes you grow younger. It's the food of eternity. You will grow younger. Eternal youth. You'll pay it, right? You'll pay it. So have a think about that, okay? Have a think about reputation and all of that. Oh, D, sorry to hear you're having a problem with sticky D, are you part of the Web Squadron Facebook group? Let me just get you the address, by the way. And I'll be ending the chat in about 30 seconds, everyone. But can you please go and pose your problem over here, D? If you... I do forget who is and who isn't a member. I do forget. But D, if you've not a member, do you want to pose your problem in the Web Squadron Facebook group? It's where we continue the conversations and stuff like that. Andrew, I'm going to try and put together a set of SOPs for various... yeah, please do look at the mastery modules. Hey, no problem, Maggie. And I really... Please do come back when you have reviewed or modified your website. Take care to Kangas. Take care, Francisco, and everyone. Nice one, D. Right, I'm going to make sure I approve you. I think I've just got to approve your name. Yeah, it says D. Lucas, you're approved. And Pete, you're approved as well. Okay, you're all in there. Right, everyone, look. I've got to crack on with some stuff now. And this is going flat, so I need to start drinking it. I'm going to say thank you to everyone that keeps joining in. It means a lot to me that, number one, I give up my time to do these. But number two, I feel like a lot of you give up your time as well. And I cannot express it without getting emotional with how much it means to me, with just how much a lot of you keep returning, you're engaging, you're speaking, you're helping people out. Honest views. We're not offensive. We try to make sure we don't hurt anyone's feelings. We're very respectful up to a point. But I want to say thank you to everyone that's come along here, engaged. And tomorrow is a little bit unpredictable. I need to put a point in Web Squadron because in our street, there's some work going on, cables. I don't know if that's going to affect my internet or not. If I'm not live tomorrow, I will put a message on. I hope I am live tomorrow. And when I say live, I don't just mean alive. I mean live on the internet and YouTube. Right, everyone? I'm going to say take care, Pickstar. Take care, everyone. Go and have fun. Go eat. Go enjoy yourselves. Go and give someone a kiss, even if it's yourself in a mirror. Go do something. Love you all. Take care.